too full to go.
Hello, welcome back to another pen talk. Today we're going to be talking about an exciting black and gold fountain pen. Maybe a little giveaway there, but the real giveaway is the clip. This is a Conway Stewart. It's actually an 85L. And I got it because it was a great buy on eBay. And I think there's always great buys on eBay. It just takes a little bit of looking. Of course, we need to get a camera that focuses. So there you can see the engraving. And it's a classic engraving. This one is made in about 1958-59. I think Conway Stewart made a series of pens in the 50s which were excellent from a number of reasons. Number one, classic design. Number two, and probably should be number one, is they have incredibly excellent nibs. For a pen made in the 50s, the nibs are phenomenal. So here's the eBay auction. As you can see, it was sold by an American seller, which for me living in the United States makes shipping half the price of it would be from the UK, which is where most of these pens are found. It's just a screw-off cap. Takes a couple turns. The screws are a little bit strange. I put some silicone grease on them, but they just don't feel as good as I would like. But, you know, they're functional, and you don't see any problems with the threads here. Conway Stewart is known for their nibs, and I think this one exceeded my expectations. The pen actually was restored and had a working bladder in it, so I just had to do some cleanup, and it was ready to write. The 85L is a slightly longer version of the 85 model, which many of you may not be familiar with, and it fits well in the hand. As with all the Conway Stewarts made during this time frame, it posts very easily, very nicely, very deeply, and it's a light pen, so it doesn't interfere with the balance at all. So I have a few other 85s I thought we would compare them to. Here's just a standard 85, and here's another standard 85, and they made these in a variety of colors and styles. I actually started making a video on this 85, which was also bought on eBay for a very good price in the same $30 range that the 85L was bought at. Get rid of the dog hair on the 85L. And also the band in the middle is a little bit thinner on the standard 85s. And if you just take a look at the size, the 85 is probably 3/8 of an inch longer. We'll give you those actual measurements. Also the finial on the top, which is a screw in that holds in the the clip, is black on here and gold on this one. And if you look at the third one, it's also gold or brass or plated. A little bit different coloring. I think it has to do with age more than anything else. But there's also a slight difference in the height between the two 85s. So we're going to... Pen has already been inked. I've already been writing with it, and that's why I decided I needed to do a video. I put in a new ink, which I got at the Aurora. Came into New York City to let us play with their flexible nib. So I got a chance to do that, and it was very nice of Aurora to give us each bottle of this great ink. And I have to admit, with the reviewers, Mike Matheson and other people, that it's not as good as the blue or the black, but it's still a very good ink. But Aurora really raised the bar when they made their blues and their blacks, which obviously I think they didn't mix a blue and a black. I think they reformulated it, and I think that's what makes it a little bit different. Not quite as wet, but still a good ink. I love my books, and this is an incredibly good book on Conway Stewart pens. It goes into incredible detail of the Conway Stewart corporations and evolution during their 100-year history based on the time frame here. Color slides in here that shows some incredible Conway Stewart pens. The ones in the middle, the green, red, and blue, are 85L models. So you can see how similar they are to the one that I have. You'll know that, to me, the real test of a pen is when you put the nib to paper. So let's give this puppy a little bit of a show. Right away, I think you can see the nib is pretty wet. There's no designation on this nib. I don't remember Conway Stewart doing designations on nibs, but I would put this as a medium to broad. Without any pressure, it is the same line thickness, horizontal and vertical. But like all the nibs that I have in the 50s, it is a little bit soft and it does open up nicely. But this nib is just incredibly smooth. It's an excellent writing experience. I'd put this nib up against any nib I've ever written with. It's in the range of sailor nibs, which I also enjoy, but it has a little bit more character than sailor nibs do, which I think makes it a nicer nib. And as you can see, it just lays down a great amount of ink. Fast writing is no issue. And let's put a little patch down here. You can see the blue shows up a little bit more when you spread the ink thinner, but when the ink is thick and saturated, it's more on the black side. So as the blue-black goes, this is a nice ink. So I wanted to give you a quick view, and I also wanted to give you some encouragement that, you know, there's still great buys on eBay that you can be found. It just takes some effort and energy, and you can get some excellent writers at an excellent price. So thank you for watching. May you have wonderful, great writing experiences. May you have many. And may you enjoy all of them. Till later. Bye.